AG47 Fantasy, welcome. It's game day. It's Thursday. I think it's the 13th, but mid-August is here. And let's go through some fantasy football information relating to the preseason and a couple guys worth mentioning for week 2, 3 preseason, as well as the regular season, of course. But first, some housekeeping within the lineup. Scott Chandler, tight end of the New England Patriots, out of the lineup, will not play, so he's out of both of my lineups, and he has been replaced by tight end of San Diego, Ladarius Green, who I'm just hoping or predicting that he's going to play into the second quarter. I don't like the tight end position, but I think he has the best value with Niles Paul in Washington being the second. I thought about putting him one in each lineup, but I'm just going to go with Ladarius Green. And my lineups are pretty much exact, except for there's one small change. Now, what the change before was I had Dobson in one lineup and Brandon Gibson for the other for the New England Patriots, and that's now changing as well, as Dobson doesn't look like he's going to play much, if even at all. So I'm going to take him out. Just going to take him out. I like Brandon Gibson's playing time, but the receiver I really want to get in for the New England Patriots is a guy named Josh Boyce. He's been working very well with Darrelle Revis. He's found a way to start every route pretty much the same, so defensive backs don't really know what he's doing. If he's going to be doing a run deep, a slant, a curl, an outside in, or whatever the play call happens to be, it's going to be hard for the defense to originally know what the move is going to be. And I think he's going to have a pretty good game. DraftKings, I don't know why they didn't put the entire rosters in the game, because he's now a must-play. Now, Draftster, I'm going to put him in. There's not that great variety of games that they have. I think I got a heads-up game and a couple 50-50s. But he's a guy I'm really looking at to play fairly well. So, with that being stated, the only difference in my lineup is within the running back position. I'm going to be placing the running back Zach Zenner of the Detroit Tigers, who was at the bottom of my list a couple days ago at number 1, which means he'll be in both of my lineups. So I'll have two different running backs for my RB2. One of them will be Lorenzo Talaferno, who is for the Baltimore Ravens, and the other one is Gus Johnson for the Dallas Cowboys. So those are the running backs in which that I'm going to be playing. I'm going to name some other guys for future days coming up. Tyler Lockett, wide receiver of the Seattle Seahawks, has been playing pretty good, so I think he's worth a look in Week 1 Daily Fantasy. Darrell Green Beckham of Tennessee, this guy's been talked huge for the last couple of weeks, so I think he's definitely worth a look in these Daily Fantasy leagues. Philip Dorsett, wide receiver of the Indianapolis Colts, this guy's been making a lot of big catches. He's really fast. Again, worth a look to be playing. Robert Herron of Tampa Bay has just been making plays all over, another wide receiver. And an interesting way of playing preseason is finding those receivers that you know are going to be returners. And then maybe even playing their defense as well. That's a huge way of handcuffing. But Eddie Royal of the Chicago Bears, I really hate playing veterans that have been around the league for a while. And Eddie Royal's probably in his 7th or 8th year. But he's definitely got some potential to put up some points on the board. As far as some running backs are concerned, Tennessee running back Antonio Andrews has been looking pretty good. They've been saying in Buffalo that Carlos Williams has looked awesome. Maybe he's the guy I'm going to play on the day that the Buffalo Bills play. And even tonight you got Jonas Gray for the New England Patriots, but I don't trust the running back position for the Patriots as far as I can throw it, so I'm just going to avoid it completely. And a couple of veterans now that I want to talk about who are worth drafting and worth looking at in weeks 2 and 3 of the NFL preseason. Sammy Watkins, they've reported, is someone who can't be covered. A very early draft pick in 2014, and Doug Martin has been looking fantastic. Same thing there, a couple off seasons. So some of you may want to play week 1 DFS for cheap or draft very low. Thank you for tuning in, or very high, I should say. Thank you for tuning in.